Hi, my friends. I wanted to do this recording while my emotions can feed my thoughts my emotions, if that makes sense. Because sometimes you get down the road and you'll have the right words to say when you have that motion to feed it, providing it energy, emotions, right? Well, anyway, so what I want to tell you was that I found this camp place, and I don't want to scan around because I want to give people their privacy in their vehicles as well. But anyway, so I was staying at Campo, and a Campo area in a BLM land, which was free, but it was so hot, it didn't be 101. So it was just kind of like Phoenix, Arizona. It was horrible. But the only advantage was is it'd be cooler at night. You know, it dropped, but I still was sweating all night last night, and I finally said I can't do this. And I need to get back to where I can think clearly during the day, and because staying up there even during the daytime, because I couldn't afford the gas driving back and forth to San Diego every day. I mean, it's expensive, this gas. I was spending $50 each time I went in and out to San Diego, because it's an hour and a half drive each way. So anyway, so that's why I haven't been doing a bunch of YouTube, is I've been trying to figure out a plan and how to move forward. So, because I was getting really scared and concerned. What was I going to do? Because I just came out of Arizona, I'm burning cash right and left here in San Diego, and I was really concerned about that. Well, anyway, so I found this place. It's called a safe parking. And I'll try to get things. I think it's called safety parking. I should know this, but I'm just a little tired now. Safety parking in San Diego. And what it is you'll have a bunch of places here, that a bunch of parking spots. So you have to come in by 6 p.m. and then you have to leave by 7 a.m. in the morning. But what a blessing program, because there is nowhere you can stay in San Diego. Even when I was trying to look at places to camp, the prices were like $80 as much as a hotel. I'm not kidding you. And there was nowhere even close by. Even if you want to go to national parks, state campgrounds, these things are like $80. Now I remember like 10 years I used to come to San Diego, California. It used to be reasonable. I think it used to be like, oh, it's ridiculous. It used to be like $15 to $25, because I used to take my family, my children and the former wife up and down this coast. And we didn't have to worry about booking back then. You just kind of, you just drive down the coast and find a state campground or a national forest on the beaches. And it was like $25 max, I think, instead of 15 or 25. The world has changed the last 10 years. You kidding me? $80 minimum. And that is next to the beaches. And the beaches are pushing about the same price. But $80 to drive like an hour and a half out of town? An hour. Okay, maybe an hour in most places. Well, anyway, I don't mean to go on about that. So if you're in the San Diego area, there's called Safe Parking Program, and you have to be like this in a desperate situation, homeless, and they're very nice. And this is a Jewish-run organization. So that's what I got to tell you about. I have found that, it depends on the location and the church and things like this, that there are many great programs, even though that, we tend to frown at these religious establishments, right? That they have fallen, they've fallen towards money and things like that. But remember that God is still turning these into good things, okay? Because I have a place to park now, and and other people, these things wouldn't exist without some of that, our negative connotations be turned to positive, okay? Now, could the churches do more? Well, of course, right? Because there's still some people that are suffering on these streets. And it's hard to find these resources. Oh my gosh, you got to dig. Dig. But so you got to keep in mind that there's a lot of different, some provide food to the starving. And so we still have some of those services still in place through kindness of hearts and stuff like that. But it is frustrating, because there's times where you have to have membership cards almost. I went to a huge church in, I can't remember, Georgia or something. I can't remember where it was. They would not help me whatsoever, not food, nothing, until they said I become a member of the church. Well, I didn't know you have to have a membership card. I thought that we all were members of God's children to begin with, but apparently that is not true. And, things like that, just ridiculous. So I found that some smaller churches, it's just been a hit or miss. And thank God there's a lot of those churches that were able to help me on my way. The ones that they do the best they could. I had a guy in a small church. I can't remember where that was. It was up by I can't even remember. Oh my goodness, I can't even remember the place, but it was, you know, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Something like Michigan, the small town, right? And this guy out of just nowhere hands me 20 bucks. He said, I can tell through the discern my heart. I didn't tell him my situation, nothing, but I discern my heart. And he said, the Spirit told me that I need to help you. And he gave me like 20 bucks. He goes, go get some breakfast and get something warm to eat. He goes, I can just tell that you in a desolate situation. And I was not, you know, I was still clean. I was shaven and all these other things, wore something nice because I went to service on a Sunday. And so I think there are true people that their hearts are open to hear, you know, and I don't want to get religious, the Holy Spirit or just something discern the heart or whatever you want to call it, that, you know, they can feel that and sense that somebody's talking through them. Because I've had that happen to me where, you know, I've had a situation where, you know, throughout my time, I've just felt something that direction, you know what I mean? Kind of like a pointer, a light. But so many people, they're so covered with their own dark hearts and selfishness and things like that, that they block it out. So they can't sense, it's not about me, but they can't sense God's love and trying to spread that light and love because they're sucking it all in themselves and having a dark heart and being lovers of thyself, right? If you're sucking everything in, how can you ever flip that out and push that out to the rest of the world, right? Well, anyway, so I don't mean to go on about that. So, you know, God bless this place and they're actually pretty cordial to me when I came in. Now, I don't always put something negative because I'm very happy now because I was getting really worried. I didn't know what I was going to do, where I was going to go. I was getting really concerned. Was I going to have to leave California? And, you know, and what was, you know, I mean, I was getting scared. I'm not going to be, I get nervous, not scared, nervous. And because you got to remember, we got to do our part. You know, I can sit there and wait for God and Lord or, you know, the other side, angels or whatever, right, to do their piece. But then I have to also make movements myself, right? And so what I want to go, I'm going somewhere with this, that, okay, so, you know, they the other side for providing places like this. And, you know, in that I did my part of find some place I can safely be, right? You don't have to worry about police, this other garbage. Okay, so one more thing that I want to talk about is that this world, I am so tired of the filthy place. All these people here are in desperate situations, right? Or they wouldn't be here. And so I'm sitting over at this table area they have where they actually gave out, on Monday and Wednesday, they give out a free dinner, which is nice, right? They give out like burritos and a drink, which is neat. Because I didn't expect that. I just figured a place to park for the night. Well, anyway, so everybody's sitting there. So I was just trying to get cozy with the people, being a new guy here and this and that, right? So some people have been here a month or some have been here 3 months or whatever, right? So I'm talking to them, and then I noticed that two of them, you know, after they talked to me a little, they pick up their feet and walk away. And I was being really nice, right? So it had nothing to do with that. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like they can sense that I'm serious. I'm serious about love, serious about peace. I'm not here for drama, and I've been real kind and cordial, but I'm not here for the flesh games and the man, you know, there's all these games, right? So they go off this other, you know, there's two ladies, right? And one's like 40, and the other one's I think around 48. It's not even the age, it really matters. I'm just telling you, give you an idea. So they go off in this other area, and then all of a sudden what happens is, it's interesting. So these, like 4 guys congregate